Jason. Thank you guys for having us today. We're super excited to be here to be able to talk about the First Tee program. How many in the room have heard about the First Tee program? Look at that. I don't need to talk anymore. That's great. So really just want to kind of break down kind of what we've been doing over the last 6-7 years now since we've been going, and just talk about the great expansion we've had with National School Program, bringing Brian Archer on board. Really our mission is to impact the lives of young people in Southeast Sound by providing educational programs that build character and enhancing values that promote the healthy choices through the game of golf. So really, golf is the metaphor that we use to teach life skills. And that's really our biggest mission. We impact kids all the way from ages 5 up to 17, or we say graduation of high school. So we have different levels they go through, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Some of the things that we like to do, we consider ourselves about the First Tee, it's, I'll kind of step back a second. We were formed in 2010. It's actually when we first kind of got our chapter going. We actually incubated under a great partnership through the Northwest Leadership Foundation. So Northwest Leadership Foundation helped us get our status going. We actually had our 501c through them for the first year until we were able to prove to our First Tee National that we could raise money and that we could be sustainable by getting golf courses on board to teach our life skills program. We were able to do that in 2011. That's when we got our official 501c status for the First Tee at South Puget Sound, and that's when we've been going ever since. So we're super excited about that. We're super thankful to Northwest Leadership Foundation for getting that going with us. Kind of some of the things that I want to talk about was what we've done since we've been founded. It's been a huge growth over the last 6 years that we've had. So we couldn't be more excited about that. But what we've done is we established 21 passionate community board members over the last 6 years. So we have a board of 21. You guys have a board meeting coming up after this. So you guys kind of understand that the board is really what really drives the organization. Just the community, like this room right here. You guys drive what you guys do. Our board drives everything that we do, and we have a great staff and a great board that helps us with that. The other things that we've done is we've trained about 120 volunteers to help assist on the golf course or in our schools or at some of our outreach programs. Now I'll say we have 120 trained volunteers, but the reality is we have about 50 that are actually active. So it's great to train them, but we're trying to get more volunteers active in that to come out each and every year to help with the kids. Some of the things that we've done is we've established program partnerships with over 10 partner agencies. So we partner up with Boys and Girls Club, with Rescue Mission. We partnered up in the past with Phoenix Housing. We have a lot of great partners that come out. Our partnership really with them is they transport them out to us. We take care of everything for them on the golf course. So we supply the coaches, the golf balls, the equipment, really teach them the life skills, and then they transport them back to the Boys and Girls Club or the Rescue Mission. We also have a van that we will go pick the kids up if they don't have transportation. We have one van, it's a 10-passenger van. We'll go and actually pick them up and bring them out to the program as well. So since we started, we reached about 37,000 youth in our community here. So we cover 3 regions. Cover the Thurston County, Pierce County, and Kitsap County. That's our South Puget Sound. About 37,000 youth. I'll kind of go through how we get those numbers in just a little bit. Of that too, we have about 60% of our participants this last year were scholarship. So either full-on scholarship or partial scholarship. Through the great donations of the community that we have, we are able to scholarship, never turn a kid away. That's our biggest thing. We never want to turn anybody away from the First Tee program. And so we have a youth scholarship fund that we use to help support those kids, those families, to bring them up to the golf course. We also had about 38% of our participants were females last year, so we're excited about that. Our goal is to get to 45% females. Some of the things we've done over the last couple of years is we've started all girl classes. So one of the studies shown by First Tee National was girls play better with girls. They have better rapport with an all-female coach, a female volunteer, and a female class. So we actually added a female class at Chambers Bay. A couple years ago, this spring we had 1 class. This summer we're going to run 2 classes of all females, and we actually have about 12 participants signed up for that class this summer, which is pretty exciting for us. About 50% of our participants are minorities. National average about 47%. So really, as I said, our mission is to impact the lives of the young people in our community. We really want to make sure we can break down the barriers for everybody. The program is for everybody. It's open enrollment to partnerships. So we just want to break down barriers, make sure that everybody knows they can come out and play golf. Some of the conceptions of golf is really expensive, can't afford it, I don't belong out there. Well, first tee, our job is to break those barriers down and make sure every kid knows when they come out there, we're going to take care of them, they do belong out there, and we can teach them great life skills that go along with that. So what I want to kind of do is, we are what we call an activity-based organization. So one of the great things that we do is, instead of me just down here talking the whole time, or we teach classes, you know, it's great to listen to me, I'm sure, but you probably better do something else. So what we try to do is try to do some activities. In all of our classes, we try to do activities. So we're gonna do a quick little activity here in just a second. Before we do that, I want to kind of explain what this is, so you guys understand. So we have what we call a national school program. The national school program is designed by our First Team National. So Brian Archer, our outreach coordinator, his job is to go into elementary schools, some middle schools, and even a couple high schools that we have on board right now, and teach the PE teachers, or train the PE teachers, how to teach golf in their PE setting. And so what we do is we actually have an online training, a 3-hour online training for the teachers, and then Brian and myself go in and we do about a 2-hour in-person training to show them how to use the equipment, make sure they're comfortable with the lesson plans. Because I tell PE teacher, or Brian tells PE teacher, you're going to teach golf in your school, and the first thing they do is go, you know, they think somebody's going to get hit, teeth are going to be out. But all of a sudden we tell them, you know what, we're not using real clubs, we're not using real golf balls, we're doing it in your gym. So they think their floor is going to get beat up. They have all of these reservations before we go in there, and we have to break all those down and really help them understand what the program is. So Brian does an amazing job with that. We are in 58, I know Jason says 68 schools. At the end of the year, we will be in 68 schools. Right now, we're technically in 58, according to First Team National. And then we have a partnership with Gig Harbor School District right now, and we're doing a training for another 9 schools in Gig Harbor, and they'll all be on board in the fall. And we're adding a couple in the university place as well by the time fall starts. So by the end of the year, we will be in those 68, but as right now, we are 58. 39 of those are right here in Tacoma. So we're excited about that. When we first started our organization, we wanted to start here and then branch out. And so we did that. We started here, branched out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Brian come up, and you guys will see a club on your table right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one person volunteer to step up and grab that club on your table. Just need one person per table. It's going to be a lot of fun, I promise you. Before you guys get going and hit that, one thing I will say is this is not typically our safety setup for our kids' class. So please be careful with the clubs. What we're going to do is actually have you guys spread out. You can find a little open little area because you are going to put the club up in the air. We are not going to swing it today, but Brian is going to take you through. This is something that we do. We just want to show you guys how quickly you can get a kid into a golf stance, golf grip, that's never seen a golf club, never heard of golf before, never touched a golf club. So Brian's going to go through and do that.
So you are my kids today. So today we're all right-handed since I'm right-handed. Or if we were left-handed, you actually can do the opposite of myself. So what we're going to do is take our right hand, put it in the middle of the shaft, hold the toe. It's the toe. Who can tell me what this would be?
Heel.
Heel. All right. So we're going to hold our right hand, the toe right above our head. We're going to put our left hand, left thumb, right on the grip. They're color-coded. We have different clubs, but if you have this style club, we're going to put our left thumb on the yellow. Let's see, and yours would be on the yellow as well. And then we're going to slide our right hand down, put our right thumb on the red. So glue our hands together. All right. We're going to spread our feet, put our club straight down. So now our feet are like an A, our hands and arms are like a Y. Now we're in the golf position.
See,
So
we
when you
had
guys
the
are
wrong-
playing
we had
golf,
the wrong grip. That's
when you guys are playing golf, you can think of this, right? Hands together, feet like an A, arms like a Y. I'm teaching that.
We get to that later on.
Okay.
That's technical. So one of the things that we have some fun with the kids is once you get in the golf stance, we want to teach them terminology of the club, terminology just of a few things. So as Brian said, you got the toe, you got the heel, you got the shaft, you got the grip. So kids never heard of a golf club before. All of a sudden they've heard 5 or 6 things now that they know about the golf club. So that's going to help them out. The other thing that we like to do is we have the kids jump into an A. So if you put your feet together and then you just jump into an A. And so it's kind of fun for the kids. They get into that. Their arms are like a Y. And then the 3 shots we swing, we will not do these because we don't have enough room in here. But we teach what we call, I'll Brian demonstrate. So if you guys kind of look, one of the things that we do, so we have a Y, the Y right here, the arms and the club make the Y. So we treat it as a chip shot, and we call it a Y to a Y. So Brian's going to make a Y, keep his Y to a Y. And that's going to be a chip shot. So if you're in the gym, we like to partner them up, so me and Brian are partners, because we are hitting tennis-sized golf balls. So and these are not hard, they're pretty soft. They actually stick to targets. And so a lot of kids we have little Velcro targets, or in schools they have little hand targets, so the kids in the field get to work on a little hand-eye coordination, kids hitting, get to work on their golf game. So it kind of works in the PE setting really well. The second shot that we go through is what we call a pitch shot, and instead of Y to Y, we call it an L to an L. So we have an L, so you can see his arms making an L, and then to an L. And then the last one, we will not have Brian do because he might hit somebody, but we call it the circle back, sweep low, circle high, finish to your target. And so we have cues in the curriculum that the PE teachers just instantly pick up, the kids instantly pick up, and then you can just start playing a ton of games off of that. And the curriculum has 24 lesson plans in it.
Thanks, kids.
Thank you guys. You guys can check that out.
Yes.
So the great thing about the National School Program is it helps our first tee program just reach a big number of kids that maybe never touched a golf club before. So what we try to do is try to transition those kids out to our life skills program, where we're teaching them on the golf course, where we are hitting the real golf club, the real golf ball, we're playing on the golf course. So what we do is once we get from there, they kind of get the basics down. We try to transition up to the golf course. On the golf course, we have the kids that actually there's 5 levels that they go through. So that's what I say. So we have, I said 5 to 17. 5 to 6 is what we call our little drivers program. Our little drivers program is we actually use this equipment on the golf course. So just to teach them this, first 4 or 5 weeks we're using this club. The last week we'll introduce the real clubs to them, just for a little transition period. When they turn age 7, that's when the program starts. We call it the player level. You guys have this on your little tables there. You can look through this, but there's all the levels in here. I'll explain them real quick in the 30,000-foot overview. Player level starts at age 7. Really what that is excuse me, we teach the 9 core values, 9 healthy habits, and we try to teach just the basics of the golf game. So we got the grip, the stance, the posture. We're also talking about what's a green, where's the tee box, what's the rough. So they're learning some new terminologies of golf as they're on the golf course. What they're trying to do is advance from level to level. So as they get older, as they get a little bit better at golf, as they get better at their life skills, it's a combination of both of them, they can move up. So player level, there's 10 golf skill questions, 10 life skill questions that they have to answer, get 80% correct on both of those, and be able to play a 9-hole putting course by keeping track of their honesty, by keeping track of their score. If they putt and they make a 10, and they put 10 on their scorecard, awesome, good for them. If they make a 10, they put 7, and the coaches are watching, we need to have a little talk with them and talk about this little honesty thing that we have going on before they're maybe ready to move up to that next level. But once they do that, they pass that and move to our par level. Par level is a great level where we talk more about personal par. We talk about meet and greet. We talk about just some of the ask, listen, respond, some different things that they can do with life skills and with the golf skill. There actually is a certification test of 15 life skill questions, 15 golf skill questions. As you see, it moves up every level. and they also have to play 9 holes of real golf and shoot a score of 64 or better on a course of 1,500 yards long. So we can set the course up pretty short, but we just want to make sure, once again, they can get around the golf course, they can show us the right scores. One of the things that we do on that personal par, though, is when we take the kids out there, if you tell 8-year-old, 9-year-old, you have a 420-yard par 4, they're going, 4 shots and 420 yards? I say that to myself a lot of times, right? And so we take the score away from them. We have them set a goal. What are you going to make today, Brian? Brian might say 8. He's going to make it 8 today. So we have a goal to shoot for. So we go out there. Brian hits his goal. Awesome. Now we can set a new goal. Brian makes a 9. Now Brian has a goal to reach. And so that's what we're trying to do, trying to get them to try to understand that we're trying to reach into these goals. The next level of the first team program is the birdie level. We start talking all about goal setting. So in the par level, we're kind of setting them up for the birdie level. We talk all about goal setting. Short-term goals, long-term goals. So in golf and in life. You know, I want to go to college. I want to be a doctor. I want to graduate high school. Whatever their goals may be, I want to, be a plus. I want to be a scratch handicap. I want to be a 5 handicap. They set these goals for us. We try to help them achieve those goals while we're playing the game of golf the whole time. At the birdie level, the kids are going to be able to play 9 holes pretty consistently. We start introducing 18 holes to them as they get around the golf course to really help their golf skills develop in that. As they're writing these goals for us, coaches, volunteers are helping them with the mentorship of reaching those goals. The next one, there's 20 life skill questions, 20 golf skill questions. Once again, this moves up by 5 every time. The Eagle level is the next level. Eagle level is all about the goal ladder. We set these goals, we kind of reach some of these goals, but we know goals, always reset. So the goal ladder, though, is how are we really going to reach those long-term goals? We try to help them go rung to rung. To kind of take the terminology, it's rung to rung. Coaches, mentors are trying to help them get to that. We also have the participants pick 4 go-to people. One of the things that we found out, First Tee National has done studies on this, is young people like to keep things to themselves, especially these days. They have their phones, they have a lot of things that they just like to kind of keep to themselves and not really tell anybody what's going on. And so we try to encourage them to have 4 go-to people, so their go-to team. If you have a mentor, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a Rotarian, maybe it's somebody that they know that they really respect, that they can call at any time, good, bad, and different, and talk to you guys or talk to their mentor about that. So that's really what we're trying to do at that next level. The last level is the ACE level. Kids are probably going to be 16, 17, somewhere around there. We invite them to come back and teach assistant coach with the player level. So they kind of get that full circle. They come back, young kids really look up to seniors in high school, so they come back and really help them develop that. So that's kind of the levels. We got the National School Program that transitions to the Life Skills Program as they go forward, and that's where we are going from there. The last thing that I'll talk about, really just I want to tell 2 quick stories because I think stories are great for the kids and what our program really means. So we had a 12-year-old Jada Thomas who has actually been able to, she went and talked to Metro Parks board directors and gave a little speech to them. And the greatest thing that she said, she was up there and one of the members asked her, what do you love about the first tee? And she kind of stopped for a second and she goes, I don't really like the first tee. I love the first tee. And I love the coaches and what they've taught me about life skills, and the whole room was kind of like gasp, like they thought, what's she going to say? But she loved the first tee. I thought that was just awesome. Another one is we just had a great group from the School of Arts came out this last week in Meadow Park, and we did a STEM program. So we talked all about science, technology, engineering, and math. We did STEM meter on the greens and kind of show them some different things. Like I said, we're more than just golf. We're trying to really teach these life skills. We talked about the hinges of the wrist and different things and the science of all that. Kids just had a blast. One of the kids actually was kind of talking to himself and saying, kids don't like to talk out loud, but he goes, I love science and golf. The teacher goes, what'd you say? Kind of standing there, he's like, I didn't say anything. She's like, no, what'd you say? He said, I love science that goes with golf. And it was just like, she's like, wow, that is awesome. So really got him hooked, and he's going to come back out to the program. So I'll close up with this. A couple of ways that you guys can help, or things that we always need help with. As I mentioned, 60% of our kids are scholarshiped in, so financial needs are always needed. Volunteers are so huge for us. We always need volunteer help. If you guys are interested in volunteering, you can look at our website at thefirst.sps.org. And then donations of golf balls, equipment, we like to give those out to the kids. We have 13 golf courses that we teach at, so we have a lot of places to get clubs out to, so donations are always huge. I will say, please, nothing too old. Kids have a hard time with the old persimmon woods. But something that's fairly new for the kids to be able to use, that's great. And then the last thing is we have our Hardball Golf Classic coming up September 25th. We're always needing sponsors, auction items, and players. And Jennifer is actually here, which is awesome. She's our event coordinator, so our event planner. So you can talk to Jennifer if you guys have any questions about the Hardball Golf Classic. And I just thank you guys once again for having us today. And I don't know if we have time for questions or not. But